And a very warm welcome if you've just joined me on my channel, Nigel View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Some clips from Chiplinks, 15th of February 2013, 5 years ago. That was the one that NASA didn't see, and bearing in mind it come in from the direction behind the sun, but this caught everybody unawares. It was 19 metres wide. It was 12,000 square metric tonnes in weight. It was moving at a speed of 19 kilometres per second. That's 50 times the speed of sound. When it exploded, it was 27 kilometres up. The airburst was equivalent to 600 tonnes of TNT. And the last time this happened was in Tunguska, 1927. 80 million trees were felled over a 2,000 square kilometre area. And that must have been one big airburst. So should we be worried about these events? I think we should really sit up and start paying attention. There is a great buzz on the internet about incoming meteors, asteroids. They're gracing our skies and painting wonderful colours as they go through. And also, one even caused an earthquake. I was very curious about all this talk of incoming asteroids and meteors. I wanted to verify this information, so I had a look around the internet. This is what I found. And I come across this channel, D3AM3R, does exceptional work on this video, and I'll need to point a few bits and pieces out. I'm not going to play it, but I'm just going to explain a few bits. 2018 BQ6 asteroid known to NASA, and you can see that the orbit dissects our Earth. All these objects in green, near Earth objects. That means they're potentially hazardous, and as this object goes past our Earth, you should see the interaction of all these objects and what goes on. I think you might find it a little bit unsettling, a bit unnerving. I certainly did. I'll leave the links to his channel in the description box down below. Please subscribe, like and show the love. But I'm looking at these objects thinking there is quite a lot. Is there something to be worried about? So I went looking, and this is what I found. And I come across this website, Earth's Busy Neighbourhood. Wealth of information. I'll leave the links to this in the description box down below, so it's nice and simple for everybody to find. Even gives us animations. Let's very quickly just click the button, and you can see we can turn on the ecliptic. We can do many more bits and pieces besides. Objects in white, except the faceless moon, are outside 10 lunar distances at the date and time shown. Green objects are inside 10 lunar distances. Yellow inside Earth's gravitational sphere of influence, SOI, except the Sun. Orange inside 2 lunar distances, and red inside 1 lunar distance of Earth. We'll have a look at this animation, but first I've got to show you something. And we've got this chart here, which is very telling chart. It's a 3-year chart, 2015, 16, 17 and early part of 2018. Just at a general glance, you can tell that there's something very wrong here. We're getting a lot of traffic through our solar system. Grey is close past discoveries. Green is less than 10 lunar distances. Yellow is inside Earth's SOI. Orange less than 1 lunar distance from the moon. Red is less than 1 lunar distance from the Earth. And you can see month on month, year on year, a gradual increase, looking at July, August, September, and then finally October. 10 lunar distances green, and these grey ones that they just didn't discover. This tells me that there's something coming our way, pushing things through our neighbourhood, as it be. And if you look over here in January 2018 started quite high, and it seems that if it goes in the same trend that the rest of the graph is going, it's going to peak approximately April, May, and it's going to be extremely busy. Let's have a look at something else that tells us a lot more information. And down here, like I say, it's a minefield of information that we can have a look at. I want to show you this, periods of apparent null activity. This goes back a decade, 10 years, and it shows us more proof of what's going on and what I'm talking about. This is when no objects known to be within 10 lunar distances of the Earth. Italics equals the future. What a strange statement. I want to go back to 2007 and look to the present day. As we can see by the figures here, in 2017 we get a 45-day period where nothing comes within 10 lunar distances. It's a very big place, I'm sure it did, but they just didn't see it. It tails off in 2008 and 2009 it's 24 days. It jumps up 3 days in 2010 to 27 days, but in 2011 it drops right off to 11 days. In 2012 it jumps up to 19 days, and in 2013 we get a subtle increase to 24 days, but in 2014 it drops right off to 7 days. In 2015 we don't actually get a clear day, and in 2016 it just doubles to 1.727 days. No data for 2017, which I find quite strange. This just shows me that there's something coming. This is where this animation comes into play. It's a great tool. It gives us great insight to what direction these asteroids and meteors are actually moving. We only get 7 days worth of data, but that's better than nothing. We're looking at a 2D version of our universe. It's cut up one side, laid out, so it's basically a flat universe. Did I actually say that? You've got to pay attention to the red and the yellow. Red is inside 1 lunar distance and the yellow is SOI. What I'm going to do is play the animation without turning the constellations on, and we can see a lot better. As you can see, there's many coming from other directions, but there seems to be quite a lot coming from the same direction. It makes you wonder. Let's put the constellations on and have a look and stick the names in there. And as you can see, they all seem to be coming from this general direction here. Is that coincidence? If we were to follow those lines back, would they lead somewhere? Let's just replay it just one more time. And as you can see, that's only 7 days worth of animation, and it looks very, very busy. If we go down here, you can see all the information that was on the screen there. It tells us everything we need to know, and it just looks like a departure board in an airport. I'm just looking for the cancelled. And if we go further down, we can see that it gives us much more information, and we can see there is an intruder. But you still don't believe that there's something coming, do you? Let me direct you over to Soul Evolution's channel. He's just made an outstanding video showing the mechanics on how the planets are interacting with our seas. It will leave you with no doubt by the time you finish watching it. Please go over, subscribe and share the love. Another part of the puzzle, and this is what I would expect to see if we had incoming planets. What we've got to understand that our moon controls the tides twice a day. But our seas are receding like never before. People are trying to tell us it's our supermoon. We've had many supermoons, and hey, it would have happened well before this. This is a new phenomenon, and that was easy for me to say. When I'm looking at pictures of Venice and the canals are drained, we've got to understand that there's something majorly wrong. I think somebody let the plug out and drained all the water away. That's what the problem is. That's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.